People immediately start screaming as soon as Trump makes bold three-word announcement by Sassy Liberty for FreedomDaily.com. Republicans, conservatives, and supporters of President Trump alike erupted during the president's speech to the Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, on Friday. The president spoke to an enthusiastic audience filled with the best and the brightest of young conservative minds on Friday morning at CPAC. He began with jokes about his infamous hair, stating, "Oh, I try like hell to hide that bald spot, folks. I work hard. It doesn't look bad. Hey, we're hanging in. We're hanging in there, right? Together we're hanging in." However, just minutes into his speech, he was heckled by a man yelling about Russia and threw Russian flags. Naturally, the Secret Service and security immediately surrounded him and escorted the Russian heckler out of the room. President Trump was unimpressed and undeterred, savaging the protester, as he is known to do. As the audience booed the protester, President Trump asked CPAC Chairman Matt Schlapp, "How did we get here, Matt?" President Trump then stated, for the benefit of the mainstream media, just for the media, the fake news back there, they took very good care of him. They were very gentle. He was very obnoxious. It was only one person, so we have thousands of people here. So listen, tomorrow the headline will be "A Protesters That Disturb." It was one person, folks. It doesn't deserve a mention. Doesn't deserve a headline. One person. He was very nice. We looked at him. He immediately left, okay? He will say something, nobody hears them, and then the crowd will start screaming at him, and then all of a sudden we stopped, and that's okay. You have to show your spirit, right? You have to show your spirit. His speech at CPAC touted signature accomplishments such as tax cuts and judicial nominations. He also spoke on immigration and of ending such things as chain migration and the lottery system, referring to the process as horrendous. President Trump stated, "Think of a lottery. You have a country. They put names in. You think they're giving us their good people? Not too many of you people are going to be in the lottery." He then pointed out to the CPAC crowd, "So we pick out people. Then they turn out to be horrendous, and we don't understand why." President Trump then went on to issue a dire warning to Republicans and conservatives alike. He warned that the Democrats won the 2018 midterm elections. They would work to strip Americans of their Second Amendment right to self-protection, and they would repeal the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. He stated, remember this, remember this. You know, somebody got on television recently and they said, actually, this is the first time I can remember Trump made campaign promises. He may be the only person that actually fulfilled more promises than he made. I fulfill more promises, but we have a very crooked media. We have a crooked candidate too. By the way, we have a very, very crooked media. President Trump's mention of the criminal Hillary prompted chants of "lock her up" to begin anew, reviving the 2016 GOP presidential campaign battle cry to send the infamous Hillary Clinton to prison. Do not pass go, do not collect 200, just straight to prison for the notorious Hillary. President Trump then stated to the cheering and yelling encouragement of the crowd, everything that's turning out now, it's amazing. It's come full circle. Wow. Have they committed a lot of atrocities? You bet. Gitmo. All my favorite chants, CPAC crowd chants, "Lock her up. Lock her up."
We had a crooked candidate too, by the way. Well, we have a very, very crooked meeting. I will say this, folks. Everything that's turning out now, it's amazing. That's come full circle. Boy, have they committed a lot of atrocities when you look.
Oh, yeah.
They done things that are wrong.
Oh, for sure. Progressives and Democrats have long been critical of the chants which regularly interrupted Trump campaign rallies during the 2016 presidential election. From Breitbart news editor and current news editor for the Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro was one of the many conservative personalities to take the stage at CPAC to celebrate the Trump administration and all of its accomplishments. Despite the fact that Shapiro himself did not vote for President Trump and does not consider himself to be a hardline supporter, he continues with his coverage on both sides of the aisle, acting in the most American way possible. He calls out President Trump when he disagrees and sings praises when he agrees, doing his best to hold leadership accountable with the platform of media. At one point during Shapiro's speech, he himself listed the many accomplishments of President Trump and his administration since taking office, including last year's tax bill and the defeat of ISIS. Shapiro topped off his list with the cherry on top, stating, "Most of all, President Trump brought us one really fantastic thing. Hillary Clinton is not and will never be president of the United States." And then the crowd went wild, erupting into yet another chant of "lock her up." Shapiro responded in his classically snarky way with the hilarious, "Why bother? She's already in jail of her own making somewhere in the woods in upstate New York." That's not enough. That's not what the people are asking for. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.